So my lawnmower broke down, but I really gotta mow the lawn, so guess what I get to use? That freaking sucked. Hello everybody, happy Friday. And today what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through comments that you guys have sent me, answer any questions that you guys have recently. I think I'm going to start doing this week to week just because it seems like I'm getting more and more comments and even more questions. So I'm going to start going through those and answering those for you week to week. So this is a comment from Steven Zarzecki. Sorry if I butchered that. I have a bad last name too, so I know what it's like for people to butcher your last name really bad. So this is a response to Wednesday's video. He has a 2005 Sierra Duramax, and it looks like he's done a whole bunch of work to it. It's a really long comment, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically what I get out of it is that EFI Live is better than a chip. And you are absolutely right. An EFI Live is significantly better than a chip because it actually tunes specifically to your system and not just like a can tune is what he says here. So yeah, he's exactly right. And maybe I'll do a video on that a little later on and tell you exactly why EFI Live is better. Steven, thanks for the awesome comment.
Buster 686, same thing I said. He's just saying that on diesel just need chip, delete, intake, and gasser just doesn't compare. I totally agree. TJ Cattle Co. It looks like you have a 06 Ram with the Cummins in it, and it looks like you're getting tons of mileage out of your truck with the 16 manual on it. Awesome. He's got EFI Live on his truck. In that video, I also talked a little bit about me wanting to buy a commuter car. Calgary Dynastar, don't think I don't notice you commenting all the time, because I definitely do. So thank you for all the support. Calgary Dynastar wants me to get a TDI Jetta, cheap and great on fuel. I totally agree. One of my friend's dad had one of those in high school, and he could basically go forever on a tank of fuel. So thanks, that's a great idea. This was from Monday's video at Akatawa. Look at all those A's. Akato. I'm so sorry. Japan. This was for, I think it was Monday's video. What's in a sledder's backpack? It was Monday's or Tuesday's video. We just want to add a couple things. He carries a first aid kit. I kind of substitute duct tape. Duct tape and tape is my first aid kit in the mountains. It's definitely a good idea to carry one though. Foil blanket and a couple of heating packs. Yeah, that's what they carry in the mountains. You guys have snowmobiling in Japan? There is snowmobiling in Japan. That's freaking awesome. I didn't know that. Christian Labarge wants to add spark plugs to that list. Spark plugs are a good one. I've worked on sleds for many years. With the new EFI systems, I can honestly say that not once has it been because of the spark plugs, because one of the sleds I've been working on hasn't started. That's not to say you shouldn't carry spark plugs in the mountains. That's totally a good thing to have on you. But another thing is, most of my friends, we all drive the same sled, so somebody's got extra plugs on. Tommy Dahmer liked the idea of baling wire. He says that he used it to fix a link in his chain on his quad, and he was actually driving it out. And that's not the first time I've heard that. So yeah, that's totally something that you could use. This is a new comment on a really old video. Cronius Nightmare on ATC 250s. So for those of you that don't know, that's like the Honda trike, and they were super fun. I don't see why they wouldn't be in production. Hazardously prone to tip, you know, like every other off-road vehicle. Yeah, totally. Those trikes were totally safe. It's my buddy Troy in this video, and I used to ride with him all the time, and it was always super scary riding behind him, because every time he took a corner, you never knew if he was going to make it or not. Those trikes, man, it was no more than 2 wheels on the ground at any given point. Okay, I think a couple of these videos kind of confused some of you, and that was my fault. I uploaded some videos of us snowmobiling, and these were a couple of last week's upload, and everybody wanted to know, well, we're still finding snow on the mountain? Not snow like that we wouldn't be finding. No, this was from the winter. And I'm not going to tell you where we're riding, even though I say it in the video. Ted has a couple questions about that mountain cat I was riding this year, the one that I modded out. Just has a couple of questions about the Mountain Addiction bag and also the Jaws pipe. So on that sled there was no full pipe, it was just the exhaust can, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link for both the Mountain Addiction pack and also the Jaws exhaust can down in the description for this one. Jacob Tilburg is also asking about the Mountain Addiction kit that I had for the back of that modded mountain cat. So I'll be sure I drop that in the description for you guys. Crazy BC Enduro, don't think I don't notice you commenting all the time too, man. appreciate the consideration. And you guys have a lot of questions about that old Ford. That was a video I uploaded like probably about a year ago now, and honestly I can't answer any of these because it's not my truck, so I'm gonna have to bring in Ben on this one. Bob W, man, I also see you commenting all the time too. I appreciate it and appreciate the consideration. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the river here. It's kind of high today. Stephen H asked, do you guys ever run Evans waterless coolant? No, I don't ever run that. I don't have a reason to. If I ever had to do like a full coolant swap, I might consider putting it in, but I'm just running, you know, whatever they come with from the factory right now. This was actually a question on when we were driving that phaser on the lawn. Like I say, if we ever had to do a coolant swap, that's probably what would go in, but for the time being, no, none of us are running that. We're just running green stuff. Okay, so the phaser. Yeah, I still have the phaser. It was for sale for like a few days maybe. I had it up on Kijiji just locally, and a couple of people picked up on it, and they asked, hey man, is this the phaser from Syxxes channel? And I go, yeah man, that's our phaser. And they said, oh man, you guys are awesome, but that was a while ago. I can't remember what their name was or anything like that, but I had a few people pick up on it right away. Still have the phaser. It's not going anywhere. It's parked at my dad's right now. Would I ever consider doing collaboration videos with other YouTubers? I think that they would have to have content very similar as mine. The channel size would have to be similar. Like, I only have 2,000 subscribers right now, which it is a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. Like that's a whole small town of people dedicating themselves to watching your videos each week. I think another thing too with that is that they'd have to be fairly local. Like, we'd have to be fairly close, like our geographical location, just because there's a lot of things that you have to actually be there in person to do. Now there's always kind of exceptions to those rules where we can kind of make plans around it, but it's not something I'm completely opposed to. I would love to work with some other creator that's doing stuff like I am, for sure. There's Ant here. Have you ever considered working with independent artists or composers for your music for your sled videos? Yes. This one, I don't want to talk too much about this one because it's really hard for me to find music for the videos. So having someone who'd be willing to compose music for the videos would be definitely a lot easier for me. But right now, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about this one too much. Yes, I'd be open to working with independent song writers or independent bands, yes, for my videos for sure. In your 2018 Articat M8000 video, you guys suck with the drone. Yeah, we suck with the drone. That was like my second time ever flying it. Yeah, the video sucks with it. I'm not happy about it either. The truth is we've gotten a lot more practice with it lately, so I've actually been able to fine-tune the controls and tune them into the way I like it. So the drone shots will get better, don't worry. Nick Urban and David Jones, I see you guys commenting too. I appreciate it. I appreciate the consideration. I know that's not all of you. Those are just the ones that I kind of gone over in this video. There's definitely more of you that have been with the channel from like the beginning. So I appreciate all you guys following me and continuing to follow me and just supporting the channel and the page. It's great. Okay, Ted, man, I'm going to show you this stuff. So I assume this is the one you're asking about because this is the one that I was wearing in the video. So it's actually not a one piece. It's Articat coat and then separate Articat pants altogether. So pants, coat. This coat was actually sponsored to me by Ralph's Motorsports. Same with the pants. So that's usually the gear I wear when I'm riding one of their machines. But I'll show you this also. So this here, this one is actually mine, and this one you might recognize for a few years back, some of the other videos. I guess last season. So this is my one-piece mono suit that I do have, and it's FXR suit, and I freaking love it. Like, I've never been riding for a full day and you come back and you unzip and everything's dry, even like when it's almost raining or it's a really heavy wet snow, but you come back in this and it's just, you come back and everything's just dry. It's freaking awesome. I love this suit. It's probably one of the best things I've ever bought. Okay, I gotta go. There's ants crawling all over me here. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks all you sleds heads out there for supporting the channel. It is the weekend. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend off, and I'll see you all in the next video.